we are doing actually at the moment, because we as SMS, we have supplied the level 1, level 2, and level 3 layer. So this is, let's say, common standard in the industry. But what we are doing at the moment, we are creating a new layer. We call it the AI layer. And then we have conducted an on-site assessment. We have identified bottlenecks, and based on these bottlenecks, we are developing customized applications for our client. And actually, we are not doing it alone. So we are sitting in one room with our colleagues from Big River Steel, from Noodle AI, as well as our colleagues from SMS Digital. And together we are developing applications based on financial use cases. And this is really this new approach where you need methodological know-how as well as digital know-how, because behind every use case, there's a dollar value, and actually at the end, it's a win-win situation.
How can we overcome the crisis from the operation side, from the production side? I think the first, and this we are doing, and we are helping a lot of our friends, is that we have to go in the plant and we have really to look where are the important aspects. Is it on the one side, is it a cost aspect, or it's a flexibility aspect? Because in the end, to overcome the crisis, everything is ending in these two aspects. It's the flexibility of a plant of operation in order to react on quick changing demands, like we saw now with this COVID crisis. All of a sudden, the borders have been closed, and there was in some areas, let's say here in Europe, we have seen a very big boom in the construction steel. That means due to the closed borders, the European or the countries, internal producers of construction steel, for example, they had really high demands and very high margins. That means even in the crisis, there was a possibility to get a good market and really good prices. And now the question is how our technological packages can help in order to get even more out of the plants, the production units.
In the US, steel making is dominated by minimal technology, recycling the scrap. They have the ability to quickly balance the production levels based on market condition. They have much smaller fixed cost structure. They also have a smaller carbon footprint. With the DRI and HBI usage, the mini mills are able to make low residual steels, and this trend will keep growing and will keep putting pressure on fixed cost intensive conventional steel making using iron ore. In the US, steel making technology is selected mainly based on the product, and steel making is dominated by DC furnaces and mainly for the flat rolled steel segment. These are like 150-ton DC electric arc furnaces with the mill capacity around 1.5 to 3 million tons. All new flat rolled steel mills in US are DC EAFs, and these are very highly productive mills.
Of course, if we are talking with SMS, also we are providing equipment. Also, we have a concept to make sure that the data is only available to the client. So also, for example, we have a safe area where data is stored, which we, of course, as SMS don't have access to. And this is also very important. These are all the discussions we are having with our clients. And as I mentioned, we have a big data platform solution available, which we have now implemented 15 times in the steel industry. So we are used to it, to have these discussions. Actually, these are the most important discussions because safety and also saving of operational knowledge is of highest priority, because this is the IP of our clients, and we make sure that this IP and this knowledge stays with our clients. And we are cooperating in that case with the biggest companies worldwide.
The mini mills have the ability to change their operation, change their scrap mixes, based on the market condition, and they could adapt very quickly. Like Bernard said, the productivity of the mini mills are tremendous. and that is the key for the minimals, with which they could keep their fixed costs very low. And that way, even when the price is where the price is now, they are able to compete and take the market share. I think that's why I said, the minimal trend will keep going in the US because they have a tremendous advantage in the cost structure.
But in the end, we can always draw a picture for our customers that this is done in a safe manner. Therefore, for example, our colleagues at AMI have recently set up a tech center where they have a lot of specialists sitting in the office and remotely change settings and remotely check the process and change settings from abroad, which helped because all of a sudden, mid of March, end of March, April, nobody had been allowed to travel. That is one topic. That means we didn't have any ability to come to the plants. And on the other side, the plants, they had to react also on shortage or on changing raw materials. And only as we have already set up this remote control system in a lot of plants, and our specialists in the back office since 1 or 2 years, and the team was increasing. Only with this capability, we have been able to adjust from one day to the next day in the plants in US, in Europe, in Asia, in Middle East, the settings with changing raw materials. We even went so far that we are now currently supporting our friends from Tokyo Steel in Japan by commissioning systems which we have supplied. That means we have 2-3 people on site sitting in the hotel in Japan, the rest of the specialists sitting at home in the tech center in Mexico, and they are commissioning today, or these days, not today, but these days they are commissioning installation which nobody could have imagined that it could be commissioned